Brendan Fraser stars in The Whale, about an overweight man with a broken heart. This is the man whose loved one has passed away, who then reacts to that by putting on a lot of weight, to the point where his health is a big issue. At the same time, he's trying to reconnect with his daughter, who is estranged from him, and his ex-wife. The Whale is a really good drama film. It's a film set entirely in one location about the final days of this man's life, essentially, without going too much into spoilers. We get to see what he does for a living, we get to see how he feels, we get to see the emotions he's going through, and Brendan Fraser is absolutely fantastic in this role. The Oscar nomination, very well deserved. Sadie Sink plays his daughter. She is also really good in her role as well, as a child with some attitude issues, let's see. Very different from her character in Stranger Things. There's also his care assistant who keeps popping in, offering him some medical advice and help and food as well, and their relationship is very interesting too. There's another character in there, I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but they add a little interesting element to this movie as well. The film is well shot. We managed to get a good sense of space and time and location, and Darren Aronofsky makes very good use of this one set, essentially, that it is. And we get a really good sense of this place being lived in and believable. While this film is about an hour 50 minutes long, and it is set entirely in one location, and there's not a huge amount of story to be told in this movie, I was never bored, it never dragged, it never felt too long, and never lost my interest. And that's really impressive. Darren Aronofsky does a really good job at directing this movie. It's very well paced, and in typical Darren Aronofsky fashion, it ends in typical Darren Aronofsky fashion. If you've ever seen any of his movies, they all have similar themes and vibes, particularly in the third act. Not all of them, but most of them. So, The Whale, a very good movie, very well made, very well acted, very good looking as well. Interesting use of aspect ratio, I have to say. I do recommend this film. It is very emotional. You might have to have some tissues on standby, but go see this film. It's very worth the watch.